Tonight's feature artist is Grandhour with their debut album Bombs and Bullets. It's 11 tracks for 42 minutes, and here we go.
Boom, motherfucker!
Oh my god. There's so much shit that no one's ever gonna see. As I was saying, 11 tracks, 42 minutes is the debut album, independently released on their own Rock Hawk Records, November 2015, I believe it was. Check out this band's lineup though, because there is a fucking ton of experience in this band. This album was recorded before Chris, formerly of Killshot, joined the band. Right. Before that, but the next album will feature him more prominently, and from what I've heard, the freedom of writing it's given them is really cool. So I'm looking forward to the next album, already before we even start talking about the first one. Who's going first on this?
Oh,
all right.
What a refreshing breath of air this album is. I've only recently heard this band when they released their single All In or Nothing. Mm-hmm. Great, catchy, easily accessible pop rock track. And I'm hesitant to use the word pop, but it's got a very wide appeal to it, so
it does,
therefore popular.
In there.
Definitely. Yeah. You can't take that one song and expect the whole album to be like that. No. There's a lot of diversity and some really great songwriting and great performances in terms of music and lyrics. This would be the type of album I'd give to someone who is slightly interested in rock but had been force-fed all the top 40 shit for so long. Be like, it's kind of like the Branch Out Gateway album.
That's actually a good point.
Standout tracks would be All In or Nothing, the single that's been released. Take Back Your Words, very funky, very rock, very cool hybrid. Domino, there's fantastic songwriting on that one. And Come Fighting, which has a great riff to end up the album. 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Well, this really surprised me. The singer Nicole has a fantastic voice, and the production is world class.
Self-produced, by the way.
Nice. Also love the use of some of the samples. Why isn't radio flogging the shit out of this? And when I say that, I must specify what I mean. It's radio friendly in a non-shitty Nickelback way. It's really fucking good, actually.
Yep.
I reckon there's a bit of something for everyone, and I need to see them live ASAP. I also gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Standouts would Take Back Your Words, Bombs and Bullets, All In or Nothing, and Domino.
As you were saying, there is some solid production on this. The vocals really stand out. They're forward, but they're also a part of the song. So just at the right point in the
perfect.
mix. Yeah,
perfect.
It's great. A really good, even mix overall. I really enjoyed it. Great hooks. This is a diverse rock album, like they were saying. This is a good gateway for people to really start to branch out and explore this genre of music. Radio should certainly be all over this release, period. I love the Foley editions, the sound effects and stuff. They were really cool in this. They were used well and tastefully. They weren't overused. The lyrics. I reckon there is something to say in every single song, and it's fantastic. It's refreshing to hear songs that actually are trying to say something. The layering on this is great. The sound, everything about the production side is fantastic. There's like string and horn sections and stuff in there as well. It's really diverse and really creative. It's radio friendly. It's pop with a bit of funk, but it's genuinely, seriously, real rock, not what Triple M and Triple J are trying to tell you is rock music. This is real rock. Memorable songs too. You'll be singing along to this after one listen, guaranteed.
Yep.
Nice and warm when it's loud as well, which is really good. It's good soft, but it's really nice and warm loud. I love the emotive delivery. The writing of the songs is fantastic. You can tell this comes from that whole singer-songwriter background that's then been taken to a band to flesh out. It's been really well done. The feel is fantastic on this album as well. It's not the heaviest by any means, but it's great. It's really well done, and it's got enough balls to keep anyone happy, I reckon. I would love to hear some more snarl in the female vocal, but that's a personal taste thing for me. I've said that before about a few female-fronted vocal bands. I want to hear more snarl in there, but if they don't, they don't, and it's still good anyway. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I picked Bombs and Bullets, Take Back Your Words, Beneath the Surface, Domino, Buried Alive, and Come Fighting, the last track as well. So we'll give you a taste after the interview, which we'll go to right now, which is with 2 of the members, and then we'll come back and wrap things up. We've been joined tonight by a couple of the members of Grandhour. How are you both today?
Hey, how are you, Andrew?
Good, thank you.
Very well, thank you, mate.
Good. So first of all, for the people that don't know you, introduce yourselves and what part of the band you are.
Hello, I'm Nicole. I am lead vocals and guitar.
And I'm Jason, and I'm lead guitar and backing vocals.
Now, you're here tonight, whatever, because you have this, Bombs and Bullets, your debut album. 11 tracks for 42 minutes, released October 25th, 2015. Describe, I guess, how the album came about and the response to it so far.
The first single was actually released then, but the album
okay.
was released the 11th of the 11th for Independence Day and Remembrance Day.
Yep.
So we kind of thought that was appropriate for Bombs and Bullets and everything. So you can go from there.
Okay.
How did it come about?
The album came about, I guess, of a lot of Nicole's songwriting over a long period of time. Got more focused and focused. We worked on tracks for a long period of time. And we decided, Nicole and myself decided on a direction, and we got pretty focused into how it was all going to sound. So we eventually got a band together, and
As you do.
and then we started recording. So that's the very short version.
Yep.
But essentially, very long-term project, and it's all Nicole's material, and we arranged it and produced it together, and eventually mixed it, and there it is.
And the response so far to the album, what sort of feedback have you been getting?
It's been amazing, actually, which is really cool, because when you record an album, obviously you do what you like, and you're hoping that people are going to like it, but you don't know what the response is going to be. So anybody that likes it, we're just happy for that. So
Yeah.
Recently, in something a bit different, I've never had a chance to interview a band about, but you had some stuff played on Australian Open radio.
yeah.
Tell us a bit about that, how it
Yeah.
came about, and what that exactly is, because I've never heard of it until this.
Cool. Well, what it actually is you may have known, if you're a tennis fan or you've been to the tennis area, that whole complex with Rod Laver Arena, etc. There's when you go there, you get for the tennis you get a day pass, and that allows you to walk around anywhere in the whole complex, including a sort of a grassy area and tables and chairs, and you can watch. They've got a big screen so that if you don't have a pass to get into Rod Laver or one of the arenas, you can watch the match going on the screen. Now, there's no sound there, so what they do is they have a commentary team, and you can tune in to a radio station that's local, so you can hear all the commentary and what's going on the other courts and everything while you're there. It also streams on the Australian Open Tennis app. So if you've got your phone and you're sitting there and you want to hear the commentary, you can hear it through there. During that time, obviously they have breaks and all the rest of it, so they play music. And we were fortunate enough to get some plays,
Get a
which
couple
was really nice
songs,
of them.
yeah.
It streams
got
to
some songs.
ESPN in the States as well,
Oh,
so
nice.
they
Yeah,
use a
It
direct
goes
feed.
to about 25 million listeners worldwide that they know of. There's probably a lot more than that,
Wow.
but they're the registered numbers. So it goes all over the place, being an international tennis tournament, obviously. So so you can hear it on your tennis app on your phone, or if you're in the grounds, there's an FM channel there as well as streaming. So that's kind of what it's for. It was for the people who were all there but couldn't get into all the stadiums.
Or anyone that's
basically.
listening at home or on the
Yeah,
internet, or
absolutely.
has the app on their phone
Yeah.
or whatever, or around the world as
Yeah,
well.
anywhere around the world. Yeah.
And you were saying before we started rolling that you actually got a bit of a response.
Yeah,
We
yeah, it was awesome.
Which was nice.
So yeah, obviously you never know if anyone's going to hear it and that kind of thing. But we noticed a massive spike. Particularly, it was the airplay we got was for our first single, All In or Nothing, and obviously that's already had exposure. But we gave them our single that we're about to release, Take Back Your Words, and we noticed a big spike in popularity. So a lot of people were
So it did
paying
something,
attention, listening to
which
that.
was pretty
and
exciting.
Got a good response. So they actually had quite a few people contacting them as well, saying, "Who's this band?" And yeah. So that's cool.
You've got 2 clips out currently for public consumption. We've aired one on the show already. Now,
And thank you for that.
you're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Tell us a little bit about the premise of those ones, because from watching them, I get the impression they're the 2 opening tracks of the album, but there's also a little bit of political awareness about the video clips and stuff as well, and you've got a recurring character, and so tell us a bit about the overall premise of the concepts.
We didn't mean it to be the first 2 songs on the album, actually. All In or Nothing, we always knew that we wanted that as the first single, like I said before. Bombs and Bullets, we wanted to put that out just to coincide with being the title track, and we had an idea for a clip, and we just think it's an important message as well that, you know, things never change unless you change, and unless you change your awareness and the way you think about them. So it's really just, I guess, a message about being aware of what we're teaching the younger generation as well, because otherwise the same things just keep happening and repeating over history. So it's time to kind of wake up and change things.
Tying into that, though, is before we started rolling, you were talking about, you in particular were saying that it's important to have something to say
Yeah.
when you're writing a song. So how important is that mentality to you guys, to have something to say?
Hugely.
Yeah.
It's
Huge.
if you don't have something to say, don't say it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it needs to be, it doesn't have to be political, or it doesn't have to be about anything, but I think any art form needs to have a purpose. And one of the most powerful things in music is obviously the lyrical content. So I think it's very important to have a real purpose, both with the lyrics and to try and make sure that the music helps create the right mood for what you're trying to say. It's hugely
Got to come from here
important.
too, I think.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't come
hand
from
in
here and
hand.
it's not real, then it will never resonate with anybody, I don't think.
The music and the message need to be tied together. You know, music's all about emotion, and songs are all about evoking emotion and invoking thoughts. So that has to be a massive consideration for us.
I have a tattoo that says, "Oh, if I take this off, every word matters."
Nice.
And that's important to me, because whenever I write a song, I kind of look at that and go, every word does matter. So it makes you think a little more deeply about what you're actually putting into words and into a song.
Yeah.
So
You've touched on this, but I'm going to go into a little more depth on it. You spent 7 years building a studio,
Yep.
2 years on the album, setting up a record label of yourself as well.
that's why we're so tired.
We
That's
all
why I look so old.
But I think the point that I'd like to ask is, after all of that, how does it feel to be sitting at this point now with the band and the album, the studio, the label? How does it all feel to be at this
So
point?
awesome.
It feels great. It's a, you know, we have a definite sense of achievement because it's a, you know, a very long-term goal. So getting through all that, and it's, you know, we're not the first people to do it, but it's as anyone else that have done it will attest, it's difficult and it takes a long time. So yeah, we feel great. Really, really good. Very, very happy to get through it all. Yes.
And we're proud of the album. So
Yeah, absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
like you said before, you never know if other people will
No.
resonate with it, but we're proud of it and we really like it.
Totally
So
proud of it. Yeah.
you can't ask for more than that.
So what is coming up next for Grandhour over the next, say, 12 to 18 months?
We hope to do a bit of touring,
Yeah.
get on some good support.
Support shows. We're looking for some good support shows because we definitely want to play live. One of the joys of being a muso is playing live, especially when you're doing your own stuff. We love doing that. And we want to
Just some more
record another
exposure
album.
too.
Yeah, we want to record another album. Nicole and I have already started shortlisting songs and doing a bit of pre-production and stuff. So yeah, for the next year or two, it'll be a combination of doing more promotions, finding some good shows to play for people, and working hard on the next album.
Beside you, there's a bin, so let's
Yes.
bring it over.
The bin.
The bin. Now, I'll do Jimmy's role for this. Now, what we're going to start doing is getting bands to put something in the bin. So, for you guys, what would you like to put in the bin now you got the chance?
I'm going to put free streaming in the bin so that artists can get paid.
All right. For me, I'm going to put in the bin stealing other people's samples on records and using them on your own records. I'm going to put that in the bin.
Well, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew,
Thank you
and
so
Hard
much.
Rock Show.
Yeah, thank you,
You guys
so much
rock.
for the opportunity. We really appreciate it
We do.
Most welcome.
and love your work.
Cheers.